Hey, welcome back. Hope you got a question for God tonight. If not, I've got a question I'm going to ask God, and we're going to share that. This is our third question to God in this series, and we're going to ask God tonight why I should go to church. In fact, why particularly should you, even more importantly, go to 3-in-1 to any one of our churches, but that's my bias. But why should I go to church? I hear a lot of folks say that all the time. Can't I just be a Christian? Can't I just be there and just do my own thing? You know, I learned a long time ago in undergraduate class in sociology that we are created as a social species. That generally speaking, and not all of us are, generally speaking, we are pack animals. We work better together. And we grow better together. For those of you who are musical, tell me the last time that you were in a choir. And the choir it was a large choir, and you could hear all the parts, and everything was just firing on all cylinders. You can't do that alone, folks. The same with worship in the church. I remember the first time that I went on a retreat when I was in undergrad, that I went with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, or Campus Crusade for Christ, and the first time we were all together studying the Bible. I'd never done anything in a group that big before, and send us out and coming together and worship. What a difference it makes. You see, we are designed to be together. In fact, Psalm 100 says this. I've talked about it in the past, but it was a psalm when they were going up the hill and going to the temple. And they're going to the temple, and everybody was going to the temple together. They're going up to worship, and they're singing, "Shout with joy to the Lord, all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before him, singing with joy. Acknowledge that the Lord is God. He made us, and we are his. We are his people, the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving. Go into his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name. For the Lord is good. His unfailing love continues forever, and his faithfulness continues to each generation." Now, those are great words for us to pull out and to have our prayer time and our praise time on our own. But let me tell you what, this was sung by the people of Israel as they entered the temple of Jerusalem. Imagine traveling for miles on foot, and then at the bottom of the Temple Mount, waiting to climb, people start singing. And they start singing, and it gets louder and louder. Folks, we are here in church not just to support one another through our struggles, but we're here to enjoy the celebration of worshiping God in the combination of so many different ages, races, and people just who can sing and not sing. You see, Psalm 100 is literally filled with imperative verbs. Shout, worship, enter, praise, bless. The people were commanded to express all of this passion together. You see, yes, the church has a purpose. Does the church have its problems? Yes, I am sure some of you who are watching now are going, I haven't been back to church since so-and-so said something awful to me. Or I found out that so-and-so was a leader of the church and they ended up doing something that was not only immoral, but maybe it was illegal. Folks, the church is not a resort for perfect folks. It's like all the people at the country club. It all looks so nice, only because they had enough money to join. Everybody struggles. Everybody is human. You see, the community of God has been a blessing in some way or another for almost all of us. Has a church community has it hurt you? Maybe. But has a church community blessed you? Yes. You see, our worship and our experience of God is inhibited when we distance ourselves from one another. Yes, we can sit on the mountaintop, we can sit at the beach, and we can quietly worship God. But don't tell me that that's the same experience as when you're together and you hear the voices, and you hear the struggle, and you hear the joy, and you share it with each other. Is the church important? Is the going to church important? Yes, it is. Flat out, no question, Psalms 100 is written for people going to church. I'm hoping that you take the time and join us at Wesley, at Dorsey, or at our Melville church anytime, because we're going to praise God together. Hope to see you again for another question for our next week.